Welcome to Seamless CRM. My name is Donald Page, and today I want to show you our seamless sales analysis tool for ACT. This is a product which has taken considerable time to develop and refine, but fundamentally this allows us to analyze our sales from the opportunities, the data from the opportunities area, and pull that data into tabs on the contact record and on the company record. What you'll see here are some historical data showing the year 2021, and you'll see we have a number of fields across the page. Now, these fields are actually all fields that have been created in ACT. You can see here we've got contact for the current year, the forecast profit margin for month 3. This is what's in the pipeline in terms of actual, and you can see here this is what we are actually forecasting to sell, but it's actually not come through because it is still an open opportunity. What has actually been sold will be in these fields. You can see contact current year sale actual for month 10. And month 10 is something that you can decide on when your year starts. Not only can you see what's in the pipeline, these fields here, in terms of the sale, the cost and the margin, but also the closed sales, what has actually been achieved in terms of the turnover, the cost and the margin. And you can actually see the margin you're made. If I click on last year, you can actually see some real example. So we had an actual turnover in this example for October of £6,400. The cost was £1,100, which gave us a margin of £5,300, which gave us a margin of 82.1%. Now, the other thing we have here is the ability to set our target turnover, cost and margin, and our target margin. We also can set the target number of inquiries that we want to achieve for this customer for each month. And you'll see the actual inquiries, i.e. the new opportunities created month by month. You can see the totals we've got, including the values for the whole year. Now, we have this information held for this year, last year, 2 years ago, and what we've also got is a very neat tool which gives us an analytical system whereby we can decide in future, so we can do this before the year is up, to actually say, okay, this customer maybe is a key customer of ours. We're looking for a turnover of £150,000 with a margin percentage and an estimated close rate. And what it will then do is it will, by clicking this update button, it will then allocate those payments, or the target turnover, cost and margin, and target inquiries based upon those values there. If you're doing it midway through, you can say when it starts. So maybe you're doing it in July, so you might want to say, okay, for the remaining 5 months of the year, I want to set a target. You can do that because you set a start one and the number of months left. So it would be, for example, month 7, and then you would say months left would be 5, and it would then allocate that turnover over the remaining 5 months of the year. I won't do it now because it actually takes a little bit of time to run, probably about a minute to run through each of those, but it's there. So those are the analytical tabs that we have. On top of that, we then have these fields up here. If I click on here, you can actually see the contact for the current week, for the sale for the week, for the current week. If I clicked on here, that's the sale for the month, year, and then their total sale ever since time immemorial. So that may be longer than 2 years ago, but it gives you a view of the total turnover, cost, and margin for that time. Now, the other thing we have here is what's in the pipeline, both in terms of turnover, cost and margin. So this is the value of the opportunities that are still open. If I quickly look at my opportunities, can you see that this is a list here of all of my open opportunities? And if I was to summate those, it would show as the values that we've got here. If we won some, in other words, these ones here, depending upon when we actually won it, so the actual close date all took place in October 2019. So if you can look there, we've got about 6,000 something. If I look at 2019, you can see we've actually got a turnover of £6,400. Do the maths, it should work out fine. Now, this is being done at contact level. Now, we have the same information which we hold at company level. This will take a little bit to load because I'm running the tool which records the screen. But when I load this and it comes into the company area, you will see in the same way over on the right-hand side, the values across for all of the people who we were running it for. Now, I've actually just switched that contact and I've actually run it, so unfortunately I haven't pulled the data in. But you would actually see the data from all of these contacts who had done sales in this figure here. And you can also add, I haven't done it here, we also add in the tabs for the different years. You can actually see them there. And I'll show you that you can see the fields, because if I look up here, can you see this is all my current week costs, sales, etc. I've got that information that is held there. So that essentially is the reporting tool. Now it runs whenever you want it. If I just open the config file, you can see here, you can set the interval of how long it is going to run for. You can set it to choose it to run, and it will run with a Windows service in the background, and you can see how that works. These are all the fields that get updated, and then on the basis of that, all those other fields that we had will also get updated as well. So that is our seamless sales analysis tool. I'm Donald Page. Thank you for watching.